We're at a ultrasound right now. We're gonna see the baby soon.
Can't wait. All right, come on.
Yeah, 10%. All right, so we've come to a diner to celebrate the baby. And I'll tell you more about my visit in a minute. Hey guys, so I just got back from, well, it's been a while. The appointment was this morning. I'm cooking dinner right now. It's about 4 p.m. But I wanted to show you guys the pictures. They're so cute. So lately I've been trying to focus on the good, like I think I said in a vlog before, but guys, like it's hard because I go to the appointment and I'm expecting, I don't know, I guess I was expecting too much, and that's another thing that I'm trying to do, is like don't expect anything. Like I remember there was a time like last year that I was like, don't expect anything from anybody, just go with the flow, right? And it worked out. Like I felt great. I felt like, okay, if things didn't work out my way, like it was fine. But now going into this, I think I had a lot of expectations, which made it kind of like for me. So I go into the appointment, and I was gonna say I already knew that this practice I did not like. Like I have been going there for about a year and a half or so, and they're just cold, and I don't know, it just feels like out of touch, kind of. It just feels like a business. Like you're going to a business, you're gonna get checked out and you're gonna receive a bill. Like that's it. That's how I feel. That's how I feel about this clinic. So going there, I kind of knew, I was like, this might be the worst experience ever. But I also was like, okay, but I'm pregnant, like maybe they'll be a little bit nicer to pregnant women. I thought in my head, I guess. And that wasn't the case. Like, you know, you go in and I'm like, oh, I have an appointment today for a scan. Oh, okay, fill this out and have a seat. That's like the first thing. Like I was like, okay, all right, whatever. So I sit down, then I get called in, and you know, I get my urine test and like my weight, my blood pressure, all that taken. The technician, she did say congratulations, and then she asked a few questions, and it was just like 1, 2, bye. Okay, wait for your sonogram. Like that's it. This was just a sonogram. So that, like, maybe you tell me, how was your experience when you first did your sonogram? So then, you know, the sonogram person comes in. I already know her because I went there a few weeks ago, well no, a few months ago, to check out a little kind of like a cyst, I'd say, but it was on the skin that I've had for a little bit now, and I wanted to check it out just to make sure that there's nothing wrong with it. And she did a sonogram. She said she couldn't see anything, so I already knew her from that. She was nice, but again, like fake nice. Like that's how I felt. I'm sorry guys, but that's how I felt. Oh, so the first thing that threw me off was like I had my camera already to film my first sonogram. Like I feel like everybody does that, no? Again, comment in the comments below if you have this experience. She says no filming, and I was like, really? She's like, yep, no filming, not at all, nothing, not even a picture. And she said, I'll give you pictures. And I was like, oh my god, okay. And then the heartbeat, I couldn't hear the heartbeat. I thought that was like one of the first things that you that happens, is like you hear the heartbeat. But you know, I have doctors and nurses in my family, so I right away after the appointment, I was like, I text them. I was kind of annoyed, and I text them, and my cousin, who's a doctor in DR, she's like, oh, here they'll let you hear the heartbeat in 8 weeks, on the 8-week mark. And I was like, okay. And then my other cousin, who's a nurse here at the same kind of like medical, you know, agency or whatever that I went to, she told me that she got a scan and heard the heartbeat at like 17 weeks. So, you know, that kind of like made me, and then so I asked the technician, asked her at what point do I hear the heartbeat, and she said at 20 weeks. And I was like, wow, that's a long time. Like, isn't the heartbeat the first thing that you want to hear? I don't know. But then she also said at the end, she says everything looks great, by the way, and that's what I'm trying to focus on. Like, everything looks amazingly good, she says, which I don't even trust anymore. No, but praise the Lord, yes, everything looks good. And then she prints five photos. Yeah, she's like, we usually only print 2 and I'm giving you 5, okay? Like, basically I didn't let you film, but I'm giving you a price, which was kind of nice, I guess, if it's true that they only give 2. And then and then she goes, they only give 2 because the paper is very expensive. Again, it's just like, it's a business. Like, all these clinics are just a business. I've always had this experience with doctors and clinics and stuff in this country, and I'm sorry, but it's the truth. Like, I feel like in DR, like, I used to go, when I used to, I think I didn't have insurance at one point. This is when I was younger, and I would go to DR and we would get like everything checked, right? And you know, the doctors took a long time with you, like asking, and this is in the Dominican Republic, a third world country, I think it is. And they'll, you know, they'll sit with you, ask you all the questions like, how are you feeling? How is this? How is that? Blah, blah, blah. And here, in and out, no questions asked. And I'm like, wow. Anyways, it's just a business here, I think. Maybe not all the clinics, but definitely some of the clinics that I've been to are just like that, like, not cool. I'm gonna go to my cousins and my sister have all given birth with one doctor here in the area, and he's a Christian man, which I love, and they say he's amazing. They said he is the best, like, he'll treat you really nice and it's whatever you want, you know. He'll like kind of go with like the plan that you have for your birth. So I'm gonna see him in a few weeks and I'll let you guys know how that goes as well. But right now, this morning, it wasn't bad. It was just like, like, I wanted to film, I wanted to hear the heartbeat, and then I wanted like more of like a human interaction, like, oh, how are you feeling, how are you doing? She did ask, I'm not gonna lie, she did ask, oh, how are you feeling, at the beginning, the sonogram person, or the one that was doing the scan. And yeah, but again, it was just like, how are you feeling? Oh, good, okay, good. And then that's it. Like, all right, so I don't know. Let me know your guys' experience on your first sonogram scan. I'm super excited that I finally got to see the baby. It's 8 weeks and 3 days, I think, today. Oh, that was the other thing that I wanted to say. They didn't, okay, so the first person asked me, when was your last period? And I said when it was, and they didn't tell me a due date. They didn't tell me how far along I was, none of that. Is that weird or not? Like, I have my app, and I didn't say I have an app. That's the only question she asked about that. She said, when was your last period? I told her, she wrote it down, that's it. I never got like a due date. So that is the reason why I wanted to go with a more, like a midwife, like a more holistic way, I think it is, of having my baby. And because it is more human, like, we are meant to do this as women. We are meant to give birth naturally, and it's supposed to be a beautiful experience. But I feel like doctors' offices sometimes, like, they'll kind of like kill that for you, like that emotion. And yeah, that's kind of what happened with me. Not killed it, but you know what I mean, like, it left like a bad taste in my mouth. Let's focus on the good, like I was saying. But thank you guys for watching this mini talk, and thank you for listening to me. Like I said, leave in the comments like, how has your experience been, and hopefully better than mine. But again, I'm going to continue updating you guys in the coming weeks. But I'm really excited. I'm excited I got to see the baby. I'm excited that everything is going well. Thank you guys again for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.